Hi, I'm Sean D. Francis, and I'm here to explain to you what the 7 Days of Creation project is all about. Now I know you hear those words and you automatically think, oh, this has something to do with religion. I assure you, this has nothing to do with religion, at least not any normal religion that I'm familiar with. The 7 Days of Creation project is my attempt to jumpstart my creative process. See, I'm a big old wannabe. I'm a wannabe gourmet, I'm a wannabe filmmaker, and I'm a wannabe writer. But I have two problems. Well, I probably have more than two problems. There's two elements that kind of inhibit me right now. And the first is time. And that's easily explained. Like, take a look at this chart. This is my standard 24-hour day. Out of the 24 hours, 11 hours is devoted to getting to work, at work, and coming from work. 11 hours. That's almost half the day spent on just work activities. Let's not forget that 7 hours is spent sleeping. And that's kind of generous, because I'm the kind of guy who needs 8 hours of sleep. But I sacrifice for my art. 7 hours of sleep. That leaves me 6 hours a day for the rest of my life. That includes eating and showering and going to the grocery store and doing laundry and cleaning and having relationships. But yeah, 6 hours isn't enough time for all that and to be creative. The second element that I have difficulties with is commitment. Commitment is an entirely different animal altogether, and much more difficult to explain. I'm the kind of person I like an instant payoff. Well, not necessarily instant. What I'm trying to say is, like, when I invest time in a project, I like to see the results of that project immediately. I get that with cooking. I go in my kitchen, I pull together the ingredients, I spend an hour, hour and a half putting together a meal, and I get to sit down right after that and taste my results. I get to experience my results immediately. Writing and filmmaking don't have instant anything. I mean, it's definitely gotten better than it was, but like I'm making this video now, and I can tell you this is the third time, or was it fourth time? This is one of many times I've gone through the spiel. I've changed my shirt, I've moved things around, I've changed lighting. There's so much that needs to be adjusted. And when I write, oh my God, I sit down, I write for a couple hours, and then I go back and read it, and I just wrote crap for 2 hours. I get to salvage maybe half of what I wrote out of a 2-hour writing process. And that's sad, because even my refined stuff isn't all that good. I need a lot of practice. So here I am, forcing myself to carve out time to create. I developed 4 categories of creation: writing, cooking, filmmaking, and photography. I know, I didn't mention photography before, and I don't consider myself a photographer. I take bad pictures. But picture manipulation, photography, composition, developing that aesthetic will also help in the filmmaking, and it lets me do something more. Again, it's the instant gratification element. So I got the cooking as an instant gratification element and the photography as an instant gratification element. So I get something out of this. Out of the 7 days of creation, there's some elements that I get an immediate payoff for. I'm kind of playing mind games with myself, but I'm allowed to do that. So each one of these elements gets 7 days. Now, not 7 days consecutively, because I would get bored with that. But I get a mix and match as I desire. So I can write and take pictures and make a video and cook, as long as each element gets 7 days. It's great. So over 28 days, I will be doing these creative projects. So why isn't it called 28 Days of Creation? Because it doesn't have the same ring. 7 days of creation. It's nice. It's lyrical. It snaps. It pops, baby. It pops. So, oh God. So, I've already accomplished a bit. I've already written 2 stories, working on a 3rd. I've already cooked 1 meal. I made this salmon quiche. Pretty good. Highly recommend it. Taken 1 photograph, played with it, added in color correction, removed some power lines from the picture. Very simple stuff, but still took some time, half hour or so to do all that. And with the conclusion of this video, I will have made 2 videos. The first video was a montage video, kind of a simple thing done to Jonathan Coulton's song Curl. My hopes are high for success. Even if I have cheated a bit by making this video, because this is kind of a meta video. This is describing the process. But I make the rules and I find the loopholes, and that's just the way it is. So I'm hoping this version of the video turns out a lot better than the last version of the video. And